Hey guys, my name is Nicole Scott and I want to talk about Tradelines. So I am a huge fan of Tradelines and a lot of people don't really understand what Tradelines are. They know the concept, but they don't fully understand it. First of all, let's start with there are two different types of trade lines. There are authorized user trade lines and there are primary trade lines. And we will break down what each of those are. So a primary trade line is a trade line that is in your name. You are responsible for it, and you are the one that is paying on that account every single month, okay? When you have authorized user accounts, that is when you are put onto someone else's credit account and you will inherit that person's good credit history. So if that person has 10, 20, 30 years of good payment history, you're going to inherit that account data onto your credit report. So let me show you some examples, okay? So I'm going to go to my Credit Karma for right now. Now, Credit Karma is a great tool because not only is it free, but it gives you great data to go off of. Now, when I'm talking about data, the credit score is not going to be a true FICO score. This is actually a Vantage 3.0 score. And this is a score that can be used by property managers. A lot of property managers or apartment complexes use a Vantage 3.0 scoring model. But when it comes to banks, financial institutions, auto lenders, things of that nature, credit card companies, they use what's called a FICO score. And there are several different types of FICO scoring models, but we'll get into that in another video. But for now, let's talk about trade lines. So this is what my credit profile looks like right now. You'll see that my credit score is a 785, which in my opinion is still not good enough. Yes, it does say that it's excellent credit, and some people would consider this to be excellent credit, but I want to strive for better than excellent, and I want to be the best that I can be. Why not, right? So you'll notice that my average age is only 2 years and 9 months. And these are the data points that I and other companies would be looking at in order to give you a breakdown of what your credit actually needs in order for you to meet your goals. It depends on what your goals are, but based on your goals, we would look at all of these data points and then come up with a plan on how to execute that. So right now, you'll see I have 35 total accounts. Now, if you go into your total accounts, you will notice you're not going to be able to see a list of accounts here. So what we're going to need to do is go into the credit utilization and we can view all of our open accounts. So I want to make a point that it is important for you to have at least 20 or more open accounts. Right here, you'll notice that I have 30 something, 35 accounts, but only 23 of those are open, 12 of those are closed. So we want to make sure that we have between 10 and 20 open active lines of credit reporting to our credit every single month. 10 of those should be primary trade lines, meaning they're in our name, and anything over 10, we can focus on authorized user accounts because you all know the saying, we can't put sugar on shh, you know what I mean? So let's head over to the credit card utilization. And you'll notice these are all the credit cards. Ooh, man. So this was a trade line that I purchased. And you'll notice here that it is still on my credit report. And I purchased this trade line quite a while back. It's still on my credit. So I'm still getting the history from that, I'm still getting some data from this account. What it says once you're removed is that you're terminated. Okay, but it's still giving you the data. So it's still showing I have a $35,000 trade line that's 8 years and 8 months old. That's a great trade line to get a higher limit cards. So that's a prime example. So we're also looking at, all of your data points as a whole to kind of see what would be best for you. So payment history is 35% of your credit score. It's extremely important to pay your bills on time. You pay as agreed. And that's how credit is calculated, via trust. If we give you this credit line, are you going to pay it back as agreed? At the end of the day, that's all that they care about, paying as agreed. Okay, those bills are credit cards, car payments, mortgages, anything that reports to the credit bureaus on a monthly basis. We want to make sure that we have 100%. If not, then we're going to try to clean that up as much as possible and take a vow from now moving forward. We vow to pay all of our bills that report to our credit bureaus on time. No failing. We have to make sure that everything is paid as agreed, because that's how you're going to be able to build trust. All you have to do is just pay it as agreed. Now, sometimes we have to make sacrifices, right? Sometimes we're not going to be able to buy the things that we want because we need to make sure that that credit bill is paid on time, even if it's the minimum amount due. So look at what the minimum amount is. If you can pay $20 to avoid getting a late payment, it is well worth it. Okay, so please pay those minimum payments on time. Super important. Credit card utilization, you want to stay between 2 and 6%. Now, if you can't be trusted with your credit card, don't use it. Just put it in a drawer. So let me show you an example. My goal for a long time was to build credit. So like I literally, guys, I have all of these damn credit cards. I have, Tomo, I have Capital One, I have, all of these credit cards that are great credit builder, starter cards. I even have Open Sky and I hate them. I even have US Bank, so I have a lot of starter cards in here. Credit One, all of these cards that you can get when you're first starting to build out. And then you start realizing that you can get real money with real banks and you go on there, but that's a whole nother video. So back to credit card utilization. We want to make sure that if you have a credit card, if the credit card is $1,000, that means that your credit utilization needs to stay under $100, because $100 of $1,000 is 10%. Easy math, okay? So all that you want to do is make sure that you're keeping an eye on your credit card utilization and staying between 2 and 6%. But if that's hard, just stay under 10%, okay? Derogatory marks, you want to make sure that this is 0. If it is anything but 0, you want to make sure that you get that taken care of. You get with a credit repair specialist like myself to help you get any derogatory marks removed. Okay. Now, credit age. So let's talk about what all these mean for your credit score while I'm talking about this. So payment history is 35% of your credit score. Now, credit card utilization, that's 30% of your credit score. So between these two right here, your payment history and your credit card utilization, this is half of the battle. 35% plus 30%, we're looking at 65%. 65%. This is half the battle between paying your bills on time and keeping your credit cards low. Okay. This is your personal credit profile. This profile is meant to be built on. This profile is what is you're going to build your business profiles off of. Okay, so this profile needs to be immaculate. Okay, so let's understand that this is an investment. 0 derogatory marks. Derogatory marks don't have a direct calculation for your credit scores, but we all know that if you have any derogatory marks, it's going to prevent you from reaching over a 700. So, it's very difficult. You want to make sure those are all to 0. Credit age. Now, credit age, they go off an average. So let me give you an example. So I've got some trade lines up here that have got some age, and then I've got some newer accounts. So they look at all of your age and then they use an average. So you just got to do the math and see what would be best for you in your situation. If you can get away with getting a 5-year trade line or a 10-year trade line, by all means, wonderful. But even for myself, I need to add age, because Credit Karma will tell you right here, you need 5 years or more. But if you want to be good, good is green, G is for good, G is for green, 7 or more years. So you got to do the math. What's going to get you there? Is 15 years going to get you there? Or do you need 2 15-year trade lines? Do the math, okay? Get you an Excel spreadsheet out and do the math. Total number of counts. Now this is 10% and this hard inquiries is 10%. Credit age, 15%. So between your payment history, your credit card utilization, and your age, now we are at 80%. 80%. So credit card age is very important, okay? Anything in the red needs to be worked on. And then we got total number of counts. I'm good there. But of course, I have been using my inquiries. So I need to get some of those removed if possible, or I just need to wait a while for some of them to fall off. So I try not to get more than 6 or 7 in a year. And of course, you can utilize every bureau different, right? So some banks just use TransUnion, some banks just use Experian. So leveraging those and also understanding to do the 24-hour inquiry removal method. So you can get a copy of that on my link tree, and we'll go over that in a minute. So these are the data points that we're looking at. So now that you've looked at your data points, you have an understanding of what you need for your profile. Let's go take a look at the trade lines that we have available. So these are the trade lines, and if you have clicked on the link, it'll take you to a G drive where we have all of our trade lines uploaded, and they are sorted by credit limit, and then they're sorted by age. So there's 2 different tabs down here depending on what your goals are and what your profile needs. Now you can click a video right here where it actually will show you how it works, how trade lines work, which is similar to this video, but of course this video is way more detailed for you guys to fully understand and see for yourself how trade lines work, okay? Because I like to be transparent with people. I like to give them facts, not fiction, okay? So you want to click here for the access to my primary trade lines. This is the secret lenders list, which is an amazing list. And we're going to go over that in just a minute after we're done explaining how the trade lines work. So with the purchase of 2 or more trade lines, we give you free credit repair to help you optimize your results, which is an amazing deal for you because our credit repair is $249 to sign up and $199 a month. So you're getting a steal of a deal in regards to that. Now, let's go over some housekeeping with the trade lines and how we operate. Trade lines will remain active on your credit for 2 billing cycles. They will remain active. That does not mean that they're just automatically taken off at the end. That just means that they will show terminated, just like I showed you how the trade line that I had showed terminated, but I'm still getting the benefits from purchasing that trade line, okay? Now, trade lines are guaranteed to post to 2 of the 3 bureaus. Some places do not report to all 3 bureaus. Bank of America, I've noticed that they only show to 2. So I actually purchased a trade line from Bank of America, and it only posted to 2 of the 3 bureaus. So it's not even on TransUnion. It's actually on Equifax. So Bank of America is not reporting to all 3, it's just reporting to 2. So that's a prime example of, you know, just working with a specialist who kind of knows what to look for, like myself. I've played around with a lot of different things credit wise, and I know what works and I know what doesn't work. So we ask that you remove all freezes, all fraud alerts prior to purchase. You need to call the credit bureau. That would be Experian, Equifax, or TransUnion to remove any type of fraud alert or security freeze. Or if your file is locked, you would need to unlock it so the data can report to the credit report. Now, requirements: we need front and back of driver's license. We need a copy of your social security card because we do not work with CPNs. We are not a fraud company. We are doing legit business here, and we operate as such. So we'll need your Experian account login credentials, so that way we can verify once the lines have posted. We use Experian since Experian is a FICO scoring model, and that's what the banks use, okay? Now, if you are going to be getting credit repair from us, we use a Vantage scoring model since it is a little bit of a cheaper option to get all 3 of your credit reports, and we use a company by the name of Smart Credit, and it's $29.95 a month. That's the only commitment that you'll have to pay on a monthly basis if you get 2 or more trade lines, is the credit monitoring with Smart Credit. You can click here to get the link to purchase your 3 bureau report and then email it to us And the email address is support. Again, that's support at creditcoach.pro. Support@creditcoach.pro. Email it to us and we will get you uploaded to our database. We'll turn your portal access on so you can track what's going on with your account and you will get the help that you deserve. Now, we do have financing that is available for any package that you might need with us. So what does that mean? What is financing? That is a great question. So you would want to click right here on this button to apply for financing. Now, financing does not mean that you can, it's a loan. This is a consumer financing. So if you were to go to Big O Tires, but you can't afford to pay for all the tires on your car, you're gonna apply for financing with them. If you go to the dentist, but you can't afford to get the dental work, you might apply for care credit, and that's a consumer financing. So I offer the same thing. I offer consumer financing for any services, packages, or consulting packages that you might get with my company or with me. You can apply there, and whatever you get approved for, we can use that towards your services that you would be getting with my company, which could be Tradelines, coaching, business formation, building business credit, all of these different wonderful things, automations, systems, processes. We offer a number of different things. We primarily work with credit repair businesses on their systems, on their automations, setting up their ebooks, setting up their credit repair clouds, setting up their systems and processes, making sure that they're operating in a legit manner, making sure that they understand what they're doing. So I work with a lot of credit repair agents that are first starting out or that have been around for a while that are just not that tech savvy, that need a good, honest, trustworthy person to help them out. I also help people hire and train their VAs. So that's just a list of some of the things we do, not to mention there's a ton more things that you can find more information if you visit our website, which is creditcoach.pro, where you can apply to get business funding if you are looking for business funding. So if you are looking for any type of financing, let's get your business started. Let's get your personal credit worked on, and let's get you some business funding. Let's get you some business financing. Let's work on that. Okay. These are the trade lines that we have, sorted by limit, sorted by age, and you can check out what we have. Now, obviously, the better the credit line is, the more you're going to pay for it. That's just the name of the game. But if you're not looking to spend that much, you can go down to some of the, more basic options and look and see what we have available. Now, this is only a 3-year trade line and it's only a $400 credit limit. So of course that's bottom of the barrel. I wouldn't necessarily recommend something like that for you. Yes, it could help, but we want to optimize your results. So a lot of people, they're going to need a higher history. So if that's the case, you want to head over to the high credit age tab and of course scroll to the top here, and you probably are going to be looking for at least 10 or more years of history. Since this tab is focused more or less on history, I've only included credit lines that are 7 years or more of history. So you can see that the average 7-year trade line is about, $1,000, $990. But again, if you do get 2 trade lines, that would only be, what is that here? 1980. So $2,000, you get 2 trade lines and you get credit repair. That's a deal because most people nowadays are charging $2,500 just for credit repair. Just for credit repair. That does not include the cost of trade lines. That does not include none of the extra shit. That is literally what they are charging. Let's do the math. Why don't we? Okay. So think about it. Even you do Lexington Law, I think their prices are about $170 a month, right? Times that by 12. $2,040. Okay. Now go to the next person who's a level up. Maybe you're paying $199 a month times 12 months. You're damn near paying $2,500 for the 12-month period. So you would be paying $2,500 for a 13-month period essentially. So let's do the math. If you have $199 a month times 13 months, that's $2,587 right there. So this is actually a way better deal for you if you look at it, because you're going to get those trade lines and you're going to be able to optimize your credit history. So while we are working on removing negative items, we want you to be building positive credit. So how do you do that? I actually put together a really awesome book for you guys, and it's called the Credit Builder List 2.0, the Guide to Building Credit. So if you haven't got a copy of this, do it. Here's our website right here, creditcoach.pro. Okay. Here's all of our social media tags. Right now, Instagram is currently, not liking us much on this one. So this is our backup account. But if we don't get this back, RIP, I'm going to miss you. I just got shut down with Facebook because I wasn't able to verify my business telephone number in June. So we've had a rough time with social media, but that's okay. Everything happens for a reason, right? So these are where you can get your 3 bureau credit reports. Okay, this is with Smart Credit. This is our preferred vendor if you're getting credit repair with us. That's the only commitment that you'll need to keep. Rent Reporters is a really great option for you guys because this is a primary trade line that you can pay. I think it's $100 to sign up, but it's a primary trade line that comes with history. Because if you have your landlord or a property owner say that you've been paying rent at their property for 24 months, even if you've just been renting a room from them, that's still rent. So say you have a family member who owns a property, okay? Have them verify that you've been renting a room from them for the last 24 months. Now you'll be able to get your rent reported to Equifax and to TransUnion. Okay. I know so many people that I've helped out, and this has really helped their credit because again, they're getting 24 months of on-time payments, and that is huge. So this is a credit card, and I believe it's with MasterCard, if I'm not mistaken, but it is a wonderful secured option for people to start building credit. And I know a lot of people are not huge fans of secured credit cards because I'm not a huge fan of secured credit cards, but let me tell you why I do like this, because we all have to start somewhere. And since we need so many positive lines of credit to prove that we are worthy and we're trustworthy and we have changed our ways and we pay our bills on time, that's the only way to optimize our credit, is to have all of these positive things hitting our credit every single month. So if you get a secured credit card, you don't necessarily have to use it. Put it in the drawer. It'll probably only be about $200. So the minute you do use it, your credit card utilization is going to shoot sky high. So put it in a drawer and just let it report every month. Even if you don't use it, it will still report a positive, yes, it will still report a positive on-time payment every single month. They got your money. They're not going nowhere. So just don't use it. Okay. We're using it for a bigger purpose. Understand the goal. Okay. You got to understand the goal. If you don't have a goal, this ain't going to work. So self-lender, this is a credit builder account. This is a great option for people who need installment history. So if you do not have any student loans, you do not have a car payment, you do not have a home mortgage, these are great options for you. Not only does it help you build credit, but it's like a savings account, and you can pay anywhere from $25 up to $150 per month. So it does report to all 3 credit bureaus. There is no initial hard inquiry to apply for this. So if you have challenged credit and you're looking for a way to build your credit, self-lender is definitely the way to go. Just go ahead and click on here and it'll take you directly to the self-lender website. So this is one of my favorites. And then Pedal One. Pedal One's considered a fintech company. It's pretty cool because there is no impact to your credit score. Trust and believe they do look at your credit, but it is a soft pull. So you can see if you qualify for a Pedal card. Credit Strong. This is another credit builder installment loan, and this is actually a really good option for people, again, who do not have an auto loan, who don't have any type of other installment loan. And an installment loan, what that means is you're paying the same amount of money. So you're paying that same installment amount every single month until the balance that you owe is paid in full. Okay, like a revolving account is a credit card. So it can change from month to month depending on your spending habits, what you buy. And that's a telltale sign if you need money, is if your credit cards are a high utilization, and that way you get declined for everything because they think, oh my God, he's in distress, he's using our money, we're not going to give him any more. So you got to get the credit card utilization under control. And that's why a lot of these secured cards, like that Credit Karma offers for you guys, like I'll tell you, this one, First Progress, this one is the devil. Don't ever use it. Just get it and leave it in a drawer. They make it so hard to pay, and it's just ridiculous. And as soon as you use those cards, your credit utilization goes sky high. So it's just not worth it. With Credit Strong, you can get up to a $10,000 credit builder installment loan. In the Magnum 10,000 right here, Magnum 10,000, it's $110 a month. Now you don't need to keep it for any extended period of time, but keep it for a few months and then close it, and voila, now you have a $10,000 primary trade line posted on your credit profile that is now paid in full. So this would be considered a higher amount that you have been trusted with in the past that now has a zero balance. So if you're looking to buy a car, this would be a good option before you go to purchase, because this is going to show your ability to repay debt as agreed. And that's what these lenders are looking for. Even if you have a low credit score, Credit Strong does not require a credit score. Okay, right here, there's no security deposit, no credit check. So they don't even put an inquiry on your credit, which is awesome. You can cancel at any time, and it's a really great option to build credit. Now, if you're already in the 600s or you're close to the 600s, you can see if you pre-qualify for a Credit One account. This is a Visa account. This is considered a starter credit card, but it's a great option because it is not a secured card. It is actually an unsecured card. And the difference between secured and unsecured, let's break that down. Okay, so secured, that means that you have to put your money down as a deposit in order for them to even consider opening an account for you. Now that means they have your money, and if they do have your money, you need to ask yourself, with this particular credit card, am I ever going to get my money back? And if I am going to get my money back, how are they going to send it to me, and what are the terms of that? So good options are like Discover It, Navy Fed secured card, a lot of federal credit union secured credit cards. You just have to know your stuff. Amazon has a now secured card, and I put all of this information in the Credit Builder 2.0 for you. So it's awesome. It's all right here. So let's go down to my FICO. So if you need to know what your true FICO scores are, this is the way to do it. Get the My FICO app, and it'll tell you all three of your FICO scores and the different scoring models that FICO has based on your goal. So right here, you'll see they have mortgage FICO scores, they have auto loans, credit cards, and other loans. They got the FICO 9 scoring model, the FICO 8 scoring model, the FICO 4 scoring model, FICO 2, FICO 10's coming out. Main difference, FICO 10 will go over the last 48 months versus FICO 8, FICO 9. They look at the last 24 months. So that's the major difference, but it's not out like in full yet because a lot of people just aren't quite using it right now. A lot of people now are starting to use the FICO 9 scoring model, like Navy Federal, the financing company that I work with, they are using a FICO 9 scoring model. So let's talk about Tomo. Tomo has really came up in the world. It's another fintech company. It's based on the money that you have in your bank account. And now they actually report to 2 of the 3 bureaus. For a while, they were just reporting to Equifax. And now they're actually reporting to both Equifax and I believe Experian, if I'm not mistaken. So I know that they're reporting to at least 2 of the 3, which is great because that will really help out. And it is a MasterCard, so you can use it anywhere MasterCard is accepted. Now, I'm a huge fan of building relationships with federal credit unions. Sky One is a great credit union to start building with because a lot of these credit unions have credit cards and credit products that you'll qualify for once you establish and build that relationship with them. And if you haven't got one of my recommendations for banks, text us and let us know. You can text the word credit to 510-327-8749. Again, you can text the word credit to 510-327-8749. So let's talk about green light. So this is a really cool option if you have kids and you want to teach them about banking early on. This is basically like a bank account for kids. It gives them their own credit card. You can teach them how to use it, but yet you still have full control over it. So it is a very cool option to teach your children young about credit. So now we get to Discover It. And Discover It is one of my favorite credit cards in a sense, because they are a relationship bank. So they're saying, hey, in order for us to really trust you, we're going to need a deposit from you first. And then after we see that you've been able to manage your account responsibly for, 7 months or more, then we're going to consider, refunding you your deposit in the form of a check, and then unsecuring the credit line, which a lot of my clients have been able to do. They put the original deposit down, maybe $400,000, $500,000, whatever they can afford, and then they make on-time payments. They make sure they manage their account well, keep their credit utilization under 20%. If they do make major purchases, they make sure they pay them back right away, and then they'll get the deposit back in the form of a check mailed to them. So it's a good option. It's a good secured credit card to start with. They do pull from Experian, and they don't have a credit score that they look for. They look at your credit report. So you can definitely click right here if you'd like to get with them. All of the options here have a link for you guys to click on. So please utilize the links because it'll take you right there. If you're looking to get pre-approved with Capital One is very forgiving. So if you've had bad blood with them in the past, chances are they'll probably give you another chance because they understand life happens. Like most of these credit companies, they understand life is, it happens. So the Quicksilver card is the option that offers cash back. So a lot of people that are just starting to build, they're either going to get the platinum, get approved for the platinum. They also have a secured card as well. So just see what you pre-qualify for and start building with them. Amazon now has a secured credit card, which is really cool because this would be considered a store card. So you can use it with Amazon. You can buy things off Amazon with it, but it will also graduate to unsecured after 12 or more months, and the deposit will be refunded. So this is a new program that they have, and it's really a good option for you to start building credit with them, especially since a lot of store cards now, a lot of the subprime store cards no longer report to the credit bureau. So, for a while, my jewelers club was really popular, and a lot of these jewelry places were popular, and these little crappy store places that you can buy, a phone charger for $100 were real popular because they were reporting your transaction to the credit bureaus, but the credit bureaus have since found out about them and they shut all that stuff down because those type of companies are just in it for the money, and they do not have an underwriting department, and they are not legitimate credit terms. So they are no longer reported to the credit bureaus. The credit bureaus no longer report those type of companies' information. So now that we're done with all of our consumer lines and how to build with consumer products, these are some business resources for you guys. So if you're looking to start a business, I recommend InkFile. You don't need anything fancy. You can get your virtual office with a live receptionist with Opus. It's only $99 a month. They report to the business credit bureaus. They have your local telephone number, you have your corporate mailing address, and you have a live receptionist for only $99 a month. You cannot beat it. I've literally been using Opus for like the last 15 years. I used them. Oh my God, I started using them a long time ago, and now I'm actually partnered with them. So make sure to check out my link with them and get signed up with them because they offer premium virtual offices for 99 bucks a month. Okay. Nav is a great way for you to monitor your business credit. Now, these are actually what the NAV application really looks like. Okay, so here's your paydex score. It's 80 out of 100, so that's good. Anything in green is good, similar to the Credit Karma. Anything is green is good, anything in red is bad, anything in yellow needs a little work to be done. So obviously this Equifax business delinquency score needs some more trade lines because it doesn't have enough data to fully populate. The Experian IntelliScore is doing well. The Dun & Bradstreet Paydex score is doing well. But at the end of the day, what really matters is your personal credit score. Yes, these things are important, but at the end of the day, your personal credit score is the most important because business credit is nothing but glorified personal credit. And that's why it's so important for you to structure your personal credit profile the right way. So let's talk about Divvy. Divvy is a really awesome business credit card that you can do. There is no hard inquiry to your credit profile, which is awesome, but they do look at your credit. So you definitely want to make sure that when you apply, you get the best odds of getting approved for high limits. And that starts with that personal credit profile. But again, you don't have to have it because Divvy is a little bit different. So go ahead and give them an apply and see what you get out of it. You never know until you try. The worst thing that you can do is say no. Shirtsy, this is a net 30 account that you can start building business credit with, and they report to the credit bureaus. You just have to ask these companies what companies they actually report to, so you can get a clear understanding, because you might not need any more accounts reported to Dun & Bradstreet. You might need some accounts that report to the Experian, or you might need some that report to the other vendors. So, you know, you have to understand what you need. So in this case, obviously, we need some vendors that report to Equifax business delinquency. FICO small business score, that could use some work as well. So we would want to find some vendors that report to those particular companies about our business transaction. So this is office supplies. You can apply to get a net 30 account with them to start building. This is a t-shirt club. You can apply for a net 30 account and start building with them. Crown office supplies, another good option. Summa office supplies, strategic network. If you would like to know more about building business credit, net 30 accounts, we go through all of the different tiers, because we all know that there are different tiers when it comes to business credit: tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. I have all of those in my business credit ebook, and you can go to buildthatbusiness.online and learn more about that and get your copy today. So if you are in the credit repair space, I personally use Credit Repair Cloud, and I like them because I can use them as a CRM, upload all of our clients' documents, and be organized in with them. So they have really helped me, and I've automated some things with their software, so it makes it that much easier. If you're in need of a high-risk merchant account because you do credit repair, 5-star processing is a good option for you. Smart Credit, if you're interested in becoming an affiliate with Smart Credit, they have the highest payout for credit repair agents out there. A lot of people have never heard of Smart Credit. They are usually affiliated with Identity IQ, and Identity IQ is compatible with Credit Repair Cloud, but so is Smart Credit. They are literally the same thing, but Smart Credit is going to pay you a whole hell of a lot more than Identity IQ. If you are interested in getting a phone system, so your VAs can actually log into your phone system and make phone calls for you, or answer phone calls on behalf of your business for you, you would want to get something like Ring Central, where it's a phone system where your team can work remotely from where they are at. It's important because a lot of VAs do not already have a phone system. That would be something that you would need to set up under your business name. Now, Fiverr is a great way for you to find content from people that you're looking to maybe have different projects done. So if you're looking for a website, or if you're looking for help with different things that you already have the offer for, Fiverr is a great place for you. But if you don't have your offer and you don't know exactly what you want, but you're looking for someone to help you, Fiverr is not going to be where you want to go. You would want to get with a coach, someone like myself, so we can bring that idea to life and we can put the offer together. And then if you still need someone on Fiverr, you can find them to do the finishing touches. But all in all, you know, you have to be able to put your offer together, have it very lined out and detailed for everyone that is on Fiverr, because they don't specialize in that. Now, VPN, if you do work with VAs, I recommend having a VPN. And all that really means is that it is a private network, okay? Again, Ring Central, if you want your team to work remotely. Canva, if you want to design content, Canva is a great tool. You can literally create your own Canva account, have your VAs work inside your Canva account, so that way you own all of your artwork. The worst thing that you can do is rely on someone else to design all this artwork for you, and then it's under their platform, so you never have access to the originals. I highly recommend Canva. It is only $12.99 per month for up to 5 people. So it is well worth it. And if you are a nonprofit, you can get it for free. You just have to apply. Lowe's is a great option. You can pre-qualify here. They also have a secured card, which is with Discover. Again, I really love Discover because they give people opportunity. Even though you might not qualify today for unsecured, they're not saying it's a never. They're saying just not right now. We gotta learn to trust you, okay? And that's what credit's about, trust. Sometimes you gotta give a little to get a little, and that's just how it is. So let's talk about no PG cards. What does that mean? PG, that means that you are the personal guarantor. You are personally guaranteeing that this card will be paid back as agreed. Personal guarantee is based on your personal credit score. And like I've been saying, your business credit is glorified personal credit. That's all that it is. But these are particular cards that do not require a personal guarantee, or at least do not require a hard inquiry, and they don't appear on your personal credit profile. A lot of cards that you're going to personally guarantee will appear on your personal credit profile. So Brex, good option. You can just click on the apply now to go to their website. Stripe Corporate, this is actually an invite, so you have to have a Stripe account. So right here, you must request an invitation and be accepted to apply. So this is a good option for you guys if you do have a Stripe account and you can show that, you know, you bring in some income. Bremer Bank, this is a good option as well. Office Depot, that's another good option, okay? Now, Office Depot is a store card, so you can only use it at Office Depot and Office Max and OfficeDepot.com, but it's still a good way to start building credit, okay? Now, Scale Factor, this is a Visa. The Shell Small Business Card, this is a good option. Again, all you guys have to do is just click on this link right here and it'll take you directly to the website. Sam's Club Business MasterCard, this is really popular right now. A lot of people are talking about this. So you actually do have to be a Sam's Club business member in order to apply for their MasterCard. Their MasterCard can be used anywhere. You do get some good cashback rewards. So I do recommend the Sam's Club Business MasterCard, but again, you do want to get that Sam's Club business membership before you even attempt to apply. Divvy, we talked about Divvy before. Make sure you apply for Divvy. That's one of my personal favorites. They were one of the first Visa MasterCards that gave me some serious love with my business credit. Now, this secret lenders list, it can or cannot be correct. You know, things often change, just like, you know, the credit bureaus can change anything at a split second and they don't inform us. Neither do these banks. So we just have to understand that things often change, but this is a list of different, you know, entities that pull from certain bureaus, and typically what credit scores they look for and what the approval odds are. So right here, this is a Barclays card, Apple Rewards. They use Experian. They typically are looking for a 720 credit score, and they have applied or they have approved someone for a $3,500 limit. So you can kind of look at it like that. BMW Financial Services, they pull Experian. They're looking for a 695 or more in order to approve you for a $50,000 lease. Capital One Auto Finance pulls Experian. They look for a 650 credit score or more for a $30,000 with proof of income. So you'll need pay stubs, which I can definitely help you with. So all of these things, they're subject to change, of course, but this is here for reference for you to do the, research and, of course, make the decisions. I'm not an attorney. I don't give legal advice. This information is for educational purposes only. I am just here to help you win and to play the great game of credit. So these are some great options. And here are some brands and store cards that are TransUnion based. So you can see if any of those are, appealing to you. Here are some more free resources. Credit boards. Credit boards is a good resource because they have a lot of different information. They also have a credit pull database that they use, and it will basically have people that applied for credit on there that say, hey, I got approved. This is what my credit profile was looking like, my age, this is what my utilization was, this is what my credit score was, and this is what I got approved for. Or no, I got denied, and this is why. So it gives some really good feedback for you to understand, like, what are your odds of getting approved? The worst thing they can do is say no, of course, but you always want to understand when you're applying for something, who they pull credit from. If you can understand what scoring model they're going to use, what FICO scoring model, that's going to help you understand. But just understanding, hey, if I apply for this Capital One card, what credit bureau are they going to pull? Now, Capital One, they typically pull credit from all three, but someone like Discover, they're going to pull credit from Experian. So that's going to be, Experian based. If you're looking with Navy Fed, they pull just TransUnion. They have been known to pull Equifax here and there, but they're primarily TransUnion. Apple, they're primarily TransUnion, the Apple MasterCard. Okay, so those are some different options. Credit Karma is free. It's a great tool for you guys to use for the data, not necessarily what the credit score is, but for the data that's on your report. Nerd Wallet is a really great option. It's free as well, and it has some really good credit cards, the best credit cards that you can find for what your goals are, what your credit is, if you are one of those people that want to do things yourself. So here's some of my credit tips, guys. On-time monthly payments, of course, we went over this. This is the most important thing that you can possibly do, especially right now for the last 24 months. And when FICO 10 hits, they're going to be looking at the last 48 months. So it's extremely important that you pay your credit bills on time. And if you're not able to pay them, call the credit company and see what would be available for you as an option. Some mortgage companies and some auto companies will be able to do what's called an extension payment. Well, they'll take that payment that you owe and they'll put it to the end of your loan, so they can actually, extend that payment to the end of your loan, which is going to help a lot of people out. And I've seen them do that quite a bit for people that are behind on their auto loans. So just call and see if your creditor is willing to work with you. Now, you want to keep your credit card utilization under 10%. The sweet spot is between 2 and 6%. So like we went over the example earlier, if you have a credit card for $1,000, you don't want to let more than $100 report, because $100 of $1,000 is 10%. Understanding when the credit bureaus report is a major game changer. So getting organized, you can find my credit card tracking log in my link tree. We'll go over my link tree in a minute. That's where you can find a lot of our options available. If you can't find our link tree, go to our website, creditcoach.pro, and we'll have a copy of our link tree on our website, or any of our social media tags will have our link tree so you can access it as well. The history, you want to make sure that you have 5 years or more. Again, authorized user accounts will help you improve your overall history. You want to have less than 6 inquiries a year. So if you have more and they are not tied to any open active lines of credit, get those inquiries out of there. If those inquiries are not benefiting you, they're not tied to an open account, get them out of there. They're clogging it up. You're clogging your odds of getting approved with unwanted inquiries. Get them out of there, okay? I have a 24-hour inquiry guide on my link tree. You can check that for more info. Mixture of accounts, 6 or more major credit cards, Visa, MasterCard, American Express. Those are major. Now, American Express doesn't report history, so you want to have primarily Visa and MasterCard Discover initially, and then when your credit is in better shape, meaning you're at least a 740, 760, then we can talk about Amex. But Amex is for the big leaguers, and Amex is a wonderful bank to build with once you are able to prove your ability to repay debt. 2 or more store cards. Amazon is a store card. Macy's is a store card. So if you have challenge credit, the Amazon store card would be a good option for you to start building with in that regard. 2 or more installment accounts, self-lender, Credit Strong, those are installment accounts. So we want to have 10 or more credit accounts, and we want to put all of those credit accounts in our credit card tracking log so we can monitor them, understand when the due dates are, understand when that creditor reports our account data to the credit bureaus. We want to be in control of what data reports to the credit bureaus. So understanding when that creditor reports your account data to the credit bureaus is a game changer. And when that account data will be updated with the credit bureaus, okay? Understand how to leverage your credit report. Now, credit is all about removing negatives and adding positives. So we want to remove anything that is negatively affecting for us. We want to pay everything that reports to the credit bureaus on time. We want to keep our utilization under 5% if we are going to be applying for anything. So if you're going to be applying for an auto loan, if you're going to be applying for a credit card, you want to make sure that your utilization is under 5% for sure, because you don't want to look like you need money. Our goal would be to open up 3 bank accounts and 3 credit accounts every 3 months. So those are my tips. For more info, you can text the word credit to 510-327-8749, and we can schedule time for us to talk more about your goals and how I can help you achieve them. Now, let's talk about our link tree. This is where you're going to find a lot of the answers to your questions. So this is our Business Resource Center. If you go to our Business Resource Center, you'll see where you can apply for a lot of different things and find a lot of different resources to start your business, to start building business credit, to start doing all of the things that you would need to do in order to start building your business. And if you need some one-on-one guidance, I have coaching sessions, which are $199 per session, which is an amazing deal because when I was paying for this type of coaching, I was paying $400 per hour. So it's literally an amazing deal. So this is my main consumer link tree, which you can apply for payment options. This is consumer payment terms. This is where you can access the Tradelines. This is where you can schedule a call to discuss your goals. This is where you can schedule a coaching session. So these are single sessions. If you are looking for a package, then we need to talk so we can figure out what your goals are and what package would be best for you, because everyone has different goals and I have some custom packages that I offer for different people based on their needs. This is the business credit ebook where you can actually purchase the ebook on how to start your business and how to build business credit. It literally walks you through how to do all these things. This is great for someone who's looking to do things themselves and more of that do-it-yourself type of person. This is how to opt out of the secondary bureaus. This is the ebook on learning the FCRA law. The secret lenders list is right here. Secret lenders list. This is the list that we just went over, and this is how you can share it and access it for future reference. How to structure your business. This is a free ebook. How to get an 800 credit score, a free ebook. DIY credit repair ebook right here. Master credit education workbook. This is how to fix credit like the pros. This is how to get a business credit here. This is with Divvy, so you can apply for business credit. 24-hour inquiry removal guide, letter library, how to start an LLC, how I survived a 44 credit score. That's a free ebook. How to build credit with bad credit. This is another free ebook to help you guys build credit because I think that it's so important. This is the credit card tracking log where you can put in all of your accounts. You can also, if you're not very computer savvy, you can kind of take a look at the format that I used and put it into your notebook. This is the 24-hour inquiry cheat sheet. This is like a free guide, a little less detailed than the 24-hour inquiry removal guide. The Canva and all of the different resources that I have went over in the past. If you want to visit our website, you can do so here. And pretty soon we will have the button on our website where you can actually apply for business funding. So again, this is for primarily business owners, our business resource center. So it has a lot of different resources for you business owners, the VPN, applying for a surety bond, all of those awesome things. So my name is Nicole Scott. Thank you for sticking around this long. I had no idea this video was going to take this long, but I'm glad that you stuck it out. And if you can do me a favor and like, share, and give us some positive feedback, and it helps us get out to the world and be able to help more people. Until next time, guys, my name is Nicole Scott, and I'm here to see you win.